JP Morgan Chase, the big bad wolf on Wall Street, is planning to let advertisers target bank customers based on their spending history. Dun, dun, dun. Everything that you buy, the weird stuff that you bought the other day that you don't want anyone knowing, well, now all advertisers will know about it and they're going to show ads to you about it. Chris, how do you feel about this?
I don't like that shit, man. I know that Facebook does this, right? Facebook or TikTok or whatever your social media platform is going to take a look at your behavior, some of your spending behavior, your purchase behavior, if you allow it, and they're going to serve you relevant ads. And I think that's cool. I think that overall does lead to a better user experience. But there's something about you watching my bank account that I just don't like. Like, you can watch me on the web and going from URL to URL, but once you start getting into my bank account and looking at what I bought, this, that, and the other, it seems like you're taking something that is personal. Banking is very personal, right? You're taking something that's personal and you're going to use that information to then serve me some ads. And I don't want ads from Chase. Like, if you're listening to this, when's the last time you went into your Chase Bank app, whether it was on desktop or mobile, and just took a look at an ad? I don't even know. I didn't even know they served ads until I looked into this a bit better. But overall, I don't like this shit.
There's some history to this, so I agree with you. I don't even know what ads Chase has served before, but now I'm thinking they might be serving more in the future because according to this article, in 2022 they acquired a marketing platform named Fig with two G's, and apparently whatever that is now leading. That was the first step in this process of getting Chase to be an ad network. Maybe they're seeing Facebook, maybe they're seeing Google and others. Like, dang, they're making a ton of money. Now we are making a ton of money too as Chase, but what's stopping us from also becoming an ad network? What if we can take some of that market share? And you're right. You know what? There's no incognito mode on your bank statement. Like, everything that's on is okay. Facebook, you can hide some stuff from them and from Google, but you can't hide it. If you bought it, you can't hide it. It's on your statement, period. But you don't like it. Okay. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with it because, to the same point that you were saying that you're going to get more relevant ads, well, you're going to get more relevant ads here too. And maybe there's going to be some opt-outs. How would you feel if you could opt out? That'd be okay then?
I'd be like, why do I need to opt out of ads on my banking app? Don't serve them to me.
I wonder how many people use the Chase banking app and website. They probably have tens of millions of people using it, lots of impressions. They could be onto something. I'm looking at this from the perspective of an executive at Chase. Whoever thought of this, I think this is actually a pretty good idea. And like, as far as fines go, we know how those things go between big companies like Chase and the government. Like, hey, you want to fine us $1 billion? Please go ahead. We're going to make 10 or 15. I think we talked about this on the Apple episode.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's no stopping it. So are you going to move banks?
I'm not going to move banks. I don't like this. And from your perspective, yeah, again, it's good for Chase. Chase will make money off of it. You'll have these advertisers signing up to pay Chase or pay their advertising agency money. But I think it's cheating. You see exactly what I spent my money on, and you're using that information to make some money. And in this scenario, in this context, it doesn't sit well with me.
So looking further into this article, they do have some language saying that you as an advertiser are not going to be able to see the specific purchases of each person. And it's going to be more of like a basket targeting of somebody who purchases things like, which is what we already have in the ad platforms. Would you be okay with that?
My beef is not with the advertiser who's trying to make the money. My beef is with the publisher. In this case, it's Chase. You are taking my information that I used, to with you, and you are finding a way to monetize me based on this information. This information I'm giving you is gold, quite literally to you. It's cheating.
Hmm. Well, it kind of sounds like you're the old man shaking his fist at the sky because you're not going anywhere. You're going to continue using Chase, and they're going to start serving you ads, or you're going to just shake your fist and keep paying your statements.
It's too much of a pain in the butt to move the bank, so I'm just going to complain about it the entire time while I still continue to use them.
I think that is that point right there. The pain point, it's too much pain to move, is how a lot of these companies operate, and that's why they're willing to pay so much for a new credit card user. Like, I mean, look at everyone's in the credit card space now. The banks for sure are, but you look at even airlines and hotels, and everyone's trying to get people on credit card. They spend a lot of money to get someone on a credit card because once you're in, you can't leave. You don't want to leave. It's too much pain. And if you do leave, it's a hit to your credit score. It's kind of messed. It's a really messed up system. You want to cancel your credit card? Oops. Credit score went down by 45 points.
This is how Wells Fargo was able to get through that crap that they did however many years ago, where it was, egregious is not even the right word for what they did, and it was all over the news. But I think at that time, I had a Wells Fargo bank account at that time. Did I move? No, because it was too much of a pain in the what to I don't even know why I say what, because I cuss anyways. But it was too much of a pain to move bank accounts, and I guess unless you were directly impacted, meaning they took your information and used it falsely to get a credit card or something. That didn't happen to me, and if it did, I wonder what would I have done. And if they compensated me, I might have still stayed with them because, again, it's just a pain, man, to move banks.
Yeah, it really is when it has to do with paperwork, credit, money, everything's connected. But it's brilliant from a business perspective. Once you have someone, there's almost nothing you can do to them to get them to leave. Like, how good of a business model is that?
I bet you it's changed too. Like if I went to some random bank right now and said, "Hey, I wanted to move banks," I bet it's probably easier than it was back in the day, right? So I'm sure the process has become a little more efficient. Kind of like how when cell phones first came out, when you're changing providers, it really sucked. Now it's almost like you don't skip a beat. It might be better in the banking world with that. I don't know, but just the thought of it is daunting.
Well, maybe something that we can keep in mind for our own businesses in kind of a secret way is how do we make it more difficult for customers to leave? Not that we want them to leave in the first place, but if they were thinking about it, maybe they'd think twice. Um,
Seems like the FTC would have a problem with that.